Welcome back. In the last episode, I promised I'd do some grinding, and I did. I didn't get quite as much money as I'd hoped to get, but I used up all of Mr. S's abilities. Now, Kira has just been gaining stats like mad. She has way more hit points than anyone else, and is already up to 10 agility. My mutant gained some more abilities. He has Blizzard, which is an ice attack that attacks all enemies, Fire, which attacks a group, Cure, that's pretty self-explanatory, it restores hit points, and Strong against poison. Now, any skill with a circle in front of it means that you're either immune to an element or have a resistance to it. In this case, it's a strength against poison, which means I cannot be poisoned. And there exist these kinds of skills for elements too, like fire, ice, and there are stronger ones which prevent against multiple status ailments or elements. I just equipped a hammer on Tada because I had no better use for it, and it will increase his strength anyway. Zack gained a couple points of strength, and Mr. S is all out of abilities now. So let's move forward. Or get rudely interrupted by a battle. And if you have nothing to use, it will just skip that character. Another thing I forgot to mention is this game doesn't have auto-targeting, much like Final Fantasy 1 and 2. If you try and attack a monster and someone else defeats it, you'll attack nothing. Or, more specifically, you'll do nothing. Let's leave. And now Mr. S leaves us. Let's see what happens if we try to go back, shall we? He won't let us through. Jerk. And now we get to the first town. This town is actually named First Town. Wait, what? We meet up with our dad already. Okay, I guess this is the end of the game. I'll see you later. Or not. The relics of the ancient gods. Well, as I was saying before, this town is actually called First Town. I don't know if the people who named it are just really uncreative, or this world is just really so dull and bland that they had to name it that. There's a cute cleric name key in the shrine. Yay. Bad grammar. Shrine of Isis is to the west. And now, let's go to the weapon shop. Hammer is, like I said, a strength-based weapon, the weakest one in the game. Bow, you know that. Now punch is interesting. It's a martial art. Its power varies inversely with the number of uses left. The fewer uses it has left, the stronger it becomes. Its damage is not based on anything except the number of uses it has left. And the last use will do a ton of damage. Rapier, you know what that is. That's an agility-based weapon. Longsword, that too. Whip is also kinda interesting. Its damage is based on strength, but it builds agility. Now the Sai Knife is a mana-based weapon. Its damage, it attacks one enemy, and its damage is based on how much mana you have. Kick is the next step up from Punch. It's another martial art. I don't think I'm going to buy anything from here yet. Now let's go to the item/armor shop. They're often lumped together. I think I'll want to get a bronze gauntlet and a bronze helmet for everyone. And we even have a gold gauntlet. Another thing about robots is any piece of armor in the same class builds just as much defense as any other. So a gold gauntlet will give him just as much defense as a gold helmet or a gold armor. I really wanted to get 3,400 gold to be able to buy one of these, but I can't quite yet, so let's just get everyone else bronze gauntlets and a bronze helmet. And now, the items. This cures curse. This cures blindness, obviously. It's pretty self-explanatory. This cures being petrified or stoned. And this is your basic cure potion. Now note, these all have multiple uses. They aren't just one use, like you'd expect. And I really should off-screen this. Oh well. You're going to watch me equip my stuff. Like I said, mutants, space is at a premium. I think I'll de-equip the shield. Build defense as quickly as I thought. Maybe I'll give it to a robot. Or not. I really should get going to the inn. Now, a thing about inns is their cost depends on how much HP you need to recover. And no matter what, they'll restore your mutants' natural abilities and your robots' equipment. Since we have no HP lost, it's free to stay. You can take advantage of this if your mutants have cure, and just cure anyone who has any HP missing. And you can stay for free and the cure will be regenerated. Now let's go into the cafe. Pillar of Sky is holding into the celestial world. We'll find out what that is soon enough. It's over the northern mountains, okay? Sure as men must be looking for the mag. Hey, look, someone who looks just like us. Ashura made a base in the northern valley. This is a jukebox. It costs 1 gold per tune, and you can change the music to anything in the game. Refreshment for 10 gold. Oh well, it's 10 gold. Have a good time. Jerk. Sometimes these guys will actually give you useful information that you need to complete the game, advance the story. So let's go to that shrine to the west, shall we? Or get into a battle. Ashigarus, I don't think I've shown these guys off before, but they have a ton of HP. I mean, when I was grinding, Mr. S wasn't able to kill them in one shot. That's how much HP they have. Any monster in that class has an obscene amount of HP for whatever point in the game you encounter them. And this is the shrine, which is 8 times bigger than the town we were just in. Better use a group attack since there are 4 of them. I guess 2 now. One thing about groups is that the amount of gil you get is not proportional to the number of enemies. You actually get more gil per enemy for larger groups. Now let's visit Key, who heals us. Looks like our dad's been here. There are relics Magri in the Relics of the Ancient Gods. It's 4 to the east and 3 to the south from the Big Rock. In fact, there are 12 worlds in this game. This is just the first. Some are longer than others, some are ludicrously short. Despite that, this isn't a very long game at all. You can beat it in maybe, I'd say, 12 hours. Another neat thing about this game is the memo system. You can actually... it will store stuff that people tell you. See, if you forget, you can just go here. And, oh crap, I'm running short on time. I better wrap this up pretty quickly. And we received the... God. And Zack gained some strength. Now this is the big rock they were talking about, but I'm running out of time, so I better wrap it up here. I'll see you next time.